Hi, so this is question 5, graph drawing. Okay, so you have to answer this whole question on a sheet of graph paper. Okay, they give you an equation, this one, cubic equation, give you some points for you to plot, ask you to find the value of p. Right, so all you have to do is just sub in the value of its corresponding x value, which is -3. So p equals to what? -3 cubed over 2 minus 5 minus 3 minus 2. This should give you -0.5. Okay. And then drawing 2 cm to represent 1 unit for x-axis, 1 cm to represent 2 units for y-axis. This is your range. Plot the table, plot the points in the given table with a smooth curve. So smooth curve, there should be no weird kinks, right? You can't do have a curve like that. Okay? No. It has to be smooth. So the curve should look something like this. Make sure to label all your axis and your points that crosses all of the axis. Okay? Yep. And make sure also to label your curve. Very, very important. Or you will minus marks from it. Okay. Okay. Part C. Equation, this has only one solution, right? Explain how this can be seen from your graph. So when they see how can this be seen from your graph, you have to normally use your graph to explain, or like you draw a additional line or additional curve to show the markers how you can use your graph to explain your answers, right? Okay, so this new equation right here, you can see that it's rather similar to the initial one that they have given us, right? Just that there's one term missing, which is this -2 term right here, right? Because now I only got x cubed minus over 2 minus 5x equals to 8. Okay, so what if we make this new equation that they gave us, we transform it back into the one that they have given us initially. Okay, all I have to do is just -2, right, from both sides. So let's go ahead and do that. So that will be x3 over 2 minus 5x. Our -2 from the left hand side goes to 8 minus 2 on the right hand side. Okay, this will be equals to 6, and I'll get back my original equation, which is x cubed over 2 minus 5x minus 2, right? And this whole equation will be equals to 6. And actually, what does this 6 represent? This 6 is actually my y value, right? And if I know that my value of y is 6, I want to find what's my value of x, right? And that is actually my one solution, right? So how can I use my graph to show this? How? I can just draw an additional y equals to 6 line, right? Since this value of 6 represents the y coordinate. So I'll go ahead and draw, imagine that y equals to 6 cuts the graph at this point, right? So from my graph now, how can I tell that it has only one solution? From this one singular point where it cuts my original graph, correct? Okay, so we can go ahead and say that C, since the line y equals to 6 cuts the graph at only one point. Therefore, the equation 2 minus 5x equals to 8 has only one solution. Okay. Oh, by the way, these are workings as well, okay? So please write them. All right, okay. So part D. By drawing a tangent, find the gradient of the curve at 1 comma minus 6.5. Okay, so 1 comma 6.5, so it should be somewhere around, yeah, I'm going to use it in purple. Maybe it's here? Okay, this is not drawn to scale, yeah? So you should go and see which. Nope. That's not like it. Okay. Okay, somewhere, something like this. This is 1 minus 6.5. Okay, and they want you to find the gradient. How do I find gradient? What's the formula? Rise over run, right? So in order to do that, I need to find maybe the coordinate here and the coordinate here, which you already know. Or all I just have to do is find another coordinate, and then I do this rise over run, right? And your gradient should be about minus 3.6. Okay, so depending on what type of coordinates you get, but the suggested one that I've got is 0.8, which is my first coordinate, minus 10, minus 1, minus 2, so 10.8 over minus 3, also minus 3.6. So the two coordinates that they have given to me is minus 1 and 0.8. Yeah, 0.8. And the second coordinates would be minus 2, is from 2, 2 and minus 10. Okay, probably here and somewhere here. That's where the suggested coordinates. Yep. Okay, okay. Wow, yes. So at this point, your graph is starting to get like a little messy, but that's okay. Okay. That's the fun in it. Okay, part E. On the same axis, draw the line y equals to 4 minus 3x. Okay, so they ask you to draw this, what? Straight linear line, right? And you also know that this linear line has a negative gradient, so it should be downward sloping. Okay, downward sloping, and they want you to draw from ranges of x coordinates of -1 all the way to 4 inclusive. Okay, so in order to draw a line curve, you have to actually first find coordinates, right? So let's go and find what coordinates are they before we start drawing the line. So x, y, -1, can put 2 because it's in the middle, 4 because all the way at the end. My y value I should get 7 -2 -8. Right? And let's see, y equals to 4 -3. Okay, so I should get a line. Oh gosh, I'm running out of colors. I'm gonna use a bright blue to represent this line. Should somewhere along like that. Okay, this is my y equals to 4 -3x. And then once again, don't forget to label this point, and what? This point. Okay. This point should be 0, 4. Right? And this is 4, 3, 0. This is what? 2, 0.85-ish. -4.59. Around there. Okay. Very good. Then part part 2, it asks you to find the x coordinate of the point of intersection. You have done that on your graph already, which is just 2.85. Part 3. Value of x is a solution of equation this. Find the values of a and b. Right? So when they say value of x is a solution of the equation, what can you infer from this? That actually they're talking about this new line that you have drawn and the original cubic equation, right? So when it's a solution, basically they're just trying to get you to find find the x value, and in order to do that you have to actually equate these two equations together, right? So but they don't want you to find the value of x, they just want you to find what is this values of a and b. So based on that knowledge of finding the solution, just equate these two equations together. Equals to 4 -3x. And then you just sub everything to one side. Simplify this entire thing because x3 doesn't have a half anymore. Alright, so you multiply this entire equation by 2 to get rid of the half. You just get x cubed minus 4x minus 12. Okay, and then by comparison, you realize that what? A actually equals to -4, B actually equals to -12. Okay. Yeah, they're just solving the two equations simultaneously without finding the value of x, because you don't want to find a value of x. You just want you to find the coefficients of this equation. Yep. If they want you to find a value of x, you have asked you to continue from here, but they didn't. So, yep. Okay. Okay.